morning and it is a Sunday, and I've decided that yesterday that we were going to have goat curry for Sunday dinner. Nothing unusual. In Jamaica it's often a Sunday dinner, but this isn't the traditional goat curry. There's so many different ways of making it, and there's ones with Scotch bonnet peppers, with scallions, and spring onions. But I like to do it the way my dad's mum, my grandmother, did it, so it is slightly different. So in here, what I'll show you is my goat, skinless. It has got bones. You can buy it with skin on and bones. I don't like the skin on. You can get this from most butchers can get it for you, but definitely in your your Caribbean shops. You can get it, and it's normally diced and frozen. So yesterday I got this. If I take off, let's move this. I take off the cling film. Yesterday around lunchtime, my husband very kindly, put that in there, very kindly washed the meat in water and lemon juice, so it was very nice and clean. And overnight and the rest of the day it's had a bit of oil, curry powder, goat curry seasoning, bit of seasonal and a bit of salt and pepper, and just been left to marinate in that for the last 24 hours ish. So it will also really tenderise the meat. I also put like a teaspoon of meat tenderizer in there, which you can also get from your European or your Caribbean shops. So that's that. I've got a Ninja that does pressure cooking, steaming, frying, all that lot. But for this, I like to do it the way that my mum did it as well. And like I said, and the way my grandmother did it. But my mum, when she used to cook it, used to do it in her old, very battered, rocking on the cooker, pressure cooker. And this was my mum and dad's. My dad doesn't use his anymore. So I've got their pressure cooker, and it's just the one that comes with the knob, the steamer, little button pushes up when it's under pressure, that kind of thing. So we've got that ready. Also, carrot. A lot of the Jamaican recipes don't put carrots in, but I said I'm doing it my grandmother's style. So we've got 3 carrots. Everybody who knows me, whoever sees my channel, knows that I don't cook anything without all-purpose seasoning. And then in here, I've got garlic paste. A lot easier than trying to do the garlic. Cloves, some thyme, salt, any curry powder will do. My dad can't really eat anything too spicy like he used to, since he had esophagus cancer. It's left his, being able to have anything too peppery, his throat gets very sore, so I also make it a bit milder with him in consideration. Garlic puree, always keep it handy. Red pepper, onion, and 1 large potato. We will have it with peas and rice, or rice and peas, however you want to say it. My dad will do him mashed potato. He seems to love his with mashed potato. And also some Mexican hot sauce. It's like a secret ingredient, but not so secret now. But it really, oops, that's my cooker. Really helps with the flavourings. So the first thing I do is I will get the heat on the pan. I'll probably use this back one actually, because you probably, I don't know, can you see better in there? You'll see better over here. Put my pan on, medium-ish heat. Now the brilliant thing about this pan is because it is so old, it's no longer non-stick, but all the bits that stick to the bottom are brilliant. Because there's already oil in the meat, I won't need to add any more to the pan. So, trusty meat spoon, let that heat up. While that's doing, I'll just grab my potato peeler and another pot. And I'll just peel my carrots and get them on the go. It's been a busy morning already. I've been on 2 Zoom meetings. I've got more this afternoon, of course. It's Mexican F1, so really busy. Also, excuse the noise in the background. I've got the utility room door open. and my son is doing his washing. So that's the washing machine you can hear, and the tumble dryer. So I'll just empty all my carrot scraps there. Go and get my knife. And a green chopping board. This veg, while that is heating up. Okay, I shall chop the carrots, not small, because if you chop them up too small, by the time everything's softened, everything will end up with mush instead of actual carrot pieces. Right, I'll just put them ready in a dish. I just roughly chopped carrots. Also, I will peel the potato, get my onion chopped, and get my peppers chopped as well. Right, now that's started to get a bit hot. Yeah, you can hear it sizzling. Put all the goat meat in. So this goat meat is enough probably for 5 people. Now I know I'm only cooking for 4 today, but my son will either take it for his lunch tomorrow, or I will take some over from my best friend Nigel, so he can have some. We'll just see what's left. But yeah, I don't cook small. The beauty about goat meat is it's very low in fat. So this actual recipe is less than 40 calories per serving. Then I have the potato, so it takes it up to about less than 55-60 calories per portion. So that's great for me, who is doing a calorie deficit to lose weight, which is going great because I lost a stone in 3 weeks, which, you know, no one's ever happy with their weight. Well, I don't think anyone's ever happy with their weight. I'm never happy with my weight, even though I've lost a huge amount of weight. I just would like to go into 2025 looking differently than I do now, especially because I've got surgeries coming up, and I always think whenever you're going into hospital for major surgery that you always want to be in the best health that you can be. So while that is just sizzling, I'm just chopping roughly the carrot that I have peeled. Nothing needs to be precise. This is why I used to love watching my mum and my grandmother cook, because it wasn't all weighed out and precise. You just, yeah, and it was never the same amounts. It was never the same ingredients half the time. You know, I've known my mum to make it with just pure leftover veggies, and you know, and it just tastes great every time. In Barbados, their goat curry you can actually buy as a takeaway at KFC with rice and peas and macaroni pie. I haven't made macaroni pie for a while. It is very calorific. So that'll probably be like a treat one day, and I think, well, it won't hurt to have a few extra calories. And I'll make macaroni pie. It's my kids' favourite. They absolutely love when I make it, but it contains cream, loads of cheese, condensed milk, so it's not one for anybody who's trying to lose weight or watching their weight. Yeah, it's an amazing recipe. Don't get it confused with macaroni cheese. Macaroni pie is actually quite a solid dish. You actually slice it. So yeah. But this recipe for the goat curry, or curry goat, however you want to call it, when we had our Caribbean takeaway, was our best seller. And we used to also serve it with rotis, which are sort of like very thin Oh my god, it's like a soft poppadom or a very thin naan bread or like a pancakey thing, but it's not. They're very hard to describe actually, rotis, but yeah. You sort of make them like pancakes, but they're not pancakes. Yeah, something like that. But I will stir this. Now this is just to get all this meat nice and browned. Make sure all that seasoning it stayed in last night is all into all that meat. If I turn that way, hopefully you can see that it's lovely and oh, I wish you could smell it. It's just me flicking it on myself. But yeah, I just want to get some colour on that meat. I think I've just flicked it in my hair. But always keep a cloth handy. I am not a tidy cook, but I'm a clean up very well afterwards kind of cook. I think having 5 kids, it wasn't about like being tidy, it was about getting them a nice home cooked meal when they came in from school and I'd finish work, and getting them fed, and then once they were eating I would tidy up the kitchen, do all those bits, wash up their lunch boxes, get their school uniforms in the wash for the next day. Even if they had loads, I just always washed every day anyway. Clean their shoes because they always had to have shiny shoes every day. And yeah, I used to do all that, and then when my husband came in from work, then we'd eat together. If he got in from work before me and picked up the kids, then he'd do the same. He'd do the dinners and everything, get them fed, make sure they're all in the bath, you know, that kind of thing. Well, that's bubbling away. Make sure I've got all my other ingredients right next to me. This whole recipe, like I said, is about 2% fat. Like, it's really, really low in fat. I shall get a jug of water on the go. Ready for my pressure cooker. Right, so this now is all lovely brown and bubbling, as you can see. This is where I will add in any extra bits. So I will add in some ginger paste. Like I said, I don't measure anything. Dollop of ginger, some more curry powder, much as you like or as little as you like. You could always re-taste it when it's cooked, and then if you need more curry powder, put some more in, put it back on the heat just to cook out the powder, because you never want to taste just raw curry powder. A bit of thyme. Like I said, I'm not measuring anything. A bit of thyme. I won't add any salt as of yet because I want to make sure it's not got too much salt. Right, garlic. A little extra of seasonal all-purpose seasoning. A dollop of Mexican hot sauce, and I will go and crush up about 3 cloves to put in there as well. Right, now I shall add the chunks of potato. It's only a few, it helps thicken it, because like I said, you'll have rice or you'll have mash or anything you want with it. Then add the onions and the carrots, give that a stir, just to make sure that everything is covered in the sauce that's already developing in the bottom of the pan. I will find my spoon holder. Saves my work tools getting dirty. Then cover your meat and the veg with water. Make sure you put enough in. There's nothing worse than have your pressure cooker go dry and then your meat scorch. So enough to make sure that everything's covered. Give it a stir again. Now you've got water in there. Okay. Get your pressure cooker lid. Put it on. Lock it. And then leave it on a high heat just doing, it will take about an hour, or 2 hours in, like if you're doing it in a normal pan. Under pressure cooker, I'll probably check it in about 45 minutes, depending how quick it comes up to heat. If it's not, that's loose today. That's it. If it's not soft, I will just top it up with some more water and put it back on pressure cook again. So the next time you'll see this, it should be cooked. So I've taken it off the pressure cooker now. As you can see, that is a rich, not too thin, not too thick, curry consistency. And you can see the goat. So I took a bit of the goat off, put a bit on the plate just to make sure that it was cooked. And as you can see, I can just squash the meat with a knife. That shows how soft it is. So you can see, blueberry muffin. I had to try one. Yeah. If you want the sauce a bit thicker, feel free to add a little tiny bit of corn flour. Best way to add it is to mix a bit of corn flour in a cup with cold water, not hot, with a little bit of cold water, and then stir it in. Just put on the heat for a second without the pressure cooker lid on, and it will thicken up lovely. So this is all ready for later on to go with our rice and peas, or I might just do plain rice, see how I feel.